Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have a rather significant update involving actions being taken to stop the drug cartels from pushing their poison into the United States of America and ruining the lives of countless people in this country. President Donald Trump is escalating at a rapid pace actions to crush the cartels and make sure these scumbags are held accountable for what they have done to this country and what they have done to our great people. We're going to get into exactly what is happening, the latest update to come out, some actual direct steps against the drugs they are running. It is great news. It is a sign the United States is not playing games. We are not messing around, and you love to see it. Before we get into all of that and much more, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Costs you guys absolutely nothing and is a huge, huge, huge boost to the channel. Make sure to comment below with your thoughts on how Trump is handling the drug cartels and what you want to see him do to end this threat that we face here in the United States once and for all. Hit that bell above, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a single thing. And then right here on the bottom of the screen, Instagram, David_Hookstead, and X D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. Make sure to give me a follow there as well. Now, let's get into it. So, as I've said, President Donald Trump has made it clear that he will not tolerate drug cartels terrorizing the American people and funneling their poison into this country. They've done it for decades. They have largely gone unchecked, and the consequences of that have been tragic, horrific, and heartbreaking. We have watched families and communities get destroyed and be torn apart due to the drugs that these pieces of garbage are pushing into this country. At some point, enough is enough, and you have to put your foot down. Trump and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, have made it clear all options are on the table. Some of the steps they've already taken include flying spy flights over Mexico, flying spy flights over other areas, beefing up border security, putting parts of the border under military control, and making it clear that all drug cartels are fair game. They will not hesitate to strike them. This was made most clear when President Trump signed a directive ordering the military to find drug cartel targets and take them out with direct kinetic strikes. We haven't watched bombs fall from the sky yet, haven't watched cruise missiles get launched from naval destroyers, but they are now able to do so. Plans have been drawn up. President Trump has issued the order. So we have a big update here. I'm going to throw this up on the screen. It says U.S. Coast Guard takes on drug cartels and human smugglers in Operation Pacific Viper. I have to admit, Operation Pacific Viper is a hell of an operation name. A+ to whoever cooked that one up. That is awesome. It says the Coast Guard surge in the Eastern Pacific is intercepting deadly drugs and illegal aliens before they reach American shores. Washington, the United States Coast Guard launched Operation Pacific Viper. It literally just rolls off the tongue. A surge in forces to the Eastern Pacific to stop cartels and criminal organizations, cutting off drugs and human smuggling before it reaches American shores. Since launching Pacific Viper, the Coast Guard has hunted down, interdicted, and boarded several illegal vessels, seizing thousands of pounds of drugs and detaining several smugglers. This is a quote from Secretary DHS Kristi Noem. 80% of illegal drug seizures occur at sea. The U.S. Coast Guard is surging maritime interdictions in the Eastern Pacific to stop the cartels and criminal organizations, cutting off drugs and human smuggling before it reaches American shores. As part of Operation Pacific Viper, USCGC Stone interdicted two vessels, seizing 340. I've got to be careful here because I can't say the word. I'm trying to stop myself. 3,497 kilograms of, you can see it on the screen, and detaining 6 Ecuadorian smugglers. Make America safe again. He continues. The Coast Guard has also interdicted multiple other drug smuggling boats across the Eastern Pacific. Thus far, it has seized over 13,000 pounds of, you can see the drug on the screen, and arrested 11 suspected drug smugglers. On August 8th, USCG Cutter Hamilton interdicted a drug smuggling vessel south of Mexico, seizing detainees and 4,000 pounds of, again, you can see the exact substance on the screen. On August 11th, a Coast Guard Law Enforcement Detachment, LEDET, on board the U.S. Navy guided missile destroyer, the USS Sampson, interdicted a drug smuggling boat south of Mexico. The suspected traffickers tried to dump their cargo and flee. The LEDT fired upon the vessel's engine from a helicopter. So shots were fired. Direct shots were fired from a U.S. helicopter taking this boat down. Two suspected smugglers were detained, along with 1,300 pounds of, again, you can see the substance. And right here on the screen, you can see some of the guys, full tactical gear. Right here, even more. On August 16th, the USCG Cutter Stone interdicted a smuggling vessel south of the Galapagos Islands. Service members disabled the vessel by shooting its engine out from a helicopter. So now that is two different incidents. They have opened fire on the smugglers. The Coast Guard detained 3 suspected drug smugglers and seized over 3,500 pounds of, again, you can see the substance on the screen. On August 17th, USCG Cutter Stone carried out another interdiction, disabling the vessel's engine with a fire from a helicopter. So that's 3 times they have opened fire on the smugglers, and detaining 3 suspected drug smugglers and seizing over 4,000 pounds of the substance. And finally, on August 19th, the USCG Stone interdicted a suspected drug smuggling vessel, seizing nearly 3,000 pounds of, again, you can see the same thing. On the same day, a boat launched from the USCGC Venturas seized over 750 pounds of the substance, the white powdery one, that was jettisoned by a target of interest. So they burned up the ship right there. So that is multiple. Let's count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 direct operations to take out cartel shipments and hammer wherever they might be. There's no way to say this other than it's great news. Shots fired in multiple occasions. I repeat, shots were fired from helicopters to disable this boat. While this is going on, there's also the backdrop of thousands of Marines and military vessels being staged off the coast of Venezuela in case military action needs to be taken against Maduro to stop him from smuggling his drugs into the United States of America. Maduro obviously closely aligned with several different drug cartels. I have begged and begged and begged and begged and begged for something to be done. It is time to remind these pieces of scum, these human pieces of garbage, who's in control, who's got the bigger guns. These people think they're tough. They think that because they have an AK-47 and a rocket launcher, they're running the world. Well, it turns out when they come up against U.S. military helicopters with machine guns attached to them, their boats don't really outrun that. Now, do they? These are the worst people on the planet. They have poisoned our communities. They have poisoned our people. And justice should have been dished out a long, long, long time ago. It wasn't. And there's a lot of blame to go around for that. That's just the fact of the matter. The truth of the matter now is it is time to deal with these people in the harshest means possible. And I don't care whether or not they get put in handcuffs or in body bags, as I've said before. This crisis, this trouble is coming to an end. And if they want to resist, just like the Delta Force guys say, everyone has a vote. And the bad guys get a vote too. And the way the bad guys vote is through their actions. You can either surrender when the U.S. military shows up, and you'll be treated under the rules and law of the land. We don't break the law, right? Or you can pick up a weapon and we can see who's going to come out on top of this one. And if they want to pick up that weapon and see who comes out on top, be my guest. You will get absolutely crushed. I almost just said the F-bomb. I know there's kids that watch this, so I'm not going to. I know there's young people who watch it, families who watch it, so I'm not going to swear like that. Karma can be a real tough thing at times. And after the death these people have unleashed on our country, karma cannot be harsh enough for them. So again, I don't care if it's handcuffs. I don't care if it's a body bag. Let them fight if they want to. And we will unleash hell, and we will unleash JSOC and other assets, Navy assets, Air Force assets, CIA assets, Tier 1 assets, and we will obliterate these scumbags once and for all, because that's what needs to happen. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below how you want to see Trump handle the cartels. What do you think about these 5 massive interdictions that required shots fired in multiple circumstances? And as well, how you think we move forward from here. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys absolutely nothing. Hit that bell. All notifications on. You won't miss a thing. Right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. Give me a follow there. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.